Hello, everyone. Join in. Once again, how we doing? I'm David the Giant Slayer. We're gonna get started. I'm David Witherspoon, the creator and founder of the Ultimate Lean Academy, where we bring health, wealth, and happiness at its highest. Tonight, 7 p.m. every Tuesday, we're on here trying to work on our health. Not trying, but we actually working on our health. Health is the new wealth. So we're gonna get this thing started. What's up, Poochie?
Hey, everybody. Happy
What's
Tuesday.
up?
Happy
Get on the
election
camera.
day.
Come on, get in
I know
camera.
you know I'll never come on, but ain't nobody on there yet.
Okay,
But
but
anyway, happy election day for anybody who watches back later. I'll
yeah.
see y'all next Tuesday.
All right. So we got stuff going on. We actually at the event building. We got a election watch party here. So we're just gonna be on here brief. We're gonna talk about our body. We're gonna talk about our health. We're gonna talk about diabetes. This month, November, is Diabetes Awareness Month. This is for people who have diabetes and dealing with diabetes. And we're gonna focus on just really how to focus on diabetes and what is diabetes and how we can deal with it. So we're gonna get started. So um, don't forget this Saturday we have War Cry. We got War Cry. We're presenting November the 9th. We're going to present and actually have a skit that's talking about crime and different things. So we're going to have a war cry um, on the corner of Atlantic Avenue and Manning Avenue. And it's actually going to be at 1 to 4 o'clock. War cry. Bring your kids. I'm gonna speak. Different people gonna speak, and we're gonna actually have people presenting, and we're gonna present a skit to help these young kids. We just had our repast from the 15-year-old boy, the Butler guy. He had his repast here. Now we got a watch party, the election watch party. Um, but the beats go on. All right, so we're gonna have also. I want to get an update on my mother. My mother. Um, if people didn't know, my mother was in the hospital for over a week now, and almost about 10 days. Um, so she's doing real good. She's actually sitting in a chair. She's actually calling our name. It got to a point where she was unresponsive. She wasn't moving. They had the breathing tube in her mouth and everything. That was a scary moment. That was a moment where I really went and asked God to really show me the way, give me a sign, and He gave me a sign and said, "Mother's going to be all right," and she is. She's actually talking um, up. Don't have anything on her now, but she's still in the hospital in Richland. So we'll get that together, and I'm gonna work with her, and I'm gonna spend time with her. Um, and also, I got a couple other news with my mother, kind of going in the condition she's in. I want to spend more time with my mother. So if the people who don't know, I'm no longer at Planet Fitness anymore. So to my silver sneakers, I love y'all. To my PF 360 class, I love y'all. We still gonna team up, network. We still gonna spend time together. Don't forget we got Wednesday line dancing here. I'm gonna start doing stuff online where we can still talk about nutrition. I still may work out at Planet Fitness and do stuff. It's just that I want to spend some more time with my mother and just kind of doing other things. Um, and it's time. You know when it's God, when I actually look at the time when I stopped at Planet Fitness, don't you know it's exactly 1 year from today or yesterday? that I started at Planet Fitness. So I did exactly 1 year at Planet Fitness. And, you know, God don't make no mistakes. I'm happy. I'm able to, spend time with my mother. I'm able to spend time at the building. Y'all know I didn't really have to work there. I just wanted to put my time to use. And really, right now, I got a lot of other projects that I really got to work on to help these kids out. I'm gonna continue networking and kind of still do. I got every Tuesday, y'all here on Tuesday. I'm gonna set up some other things. I want to create a store. I'm gonna have a store, a nutrition store where you can be able to buy the sea moss and everything, and the flower shop. So that'll be coming in 2025. So we don't worry about it, guys. We're gonna be able to still be spending time together. Whoever at Planet Fitness, um, just know that we're still getting our health. So let's work on that. Um, Y'all know what I say, health, wealth, and happiness at its highest. So yeah, so that's that's some news there. I also talk about War Cry this Saturday. Um, what else? All right, so let's get into Um, there's election time. So, guys, we're going to talk probably about 30 minutes, and then we're going to get into the election. We got two watch parties here. I got Trayvon Adams that he got his family and stuff in the back. And then we got the Eastern Star by my sister. Um, she's got the Eastern Stars in the back, I mean, in the front. So we got two watch parties that's going on. We're here at the Silver Spoon Event Center, um, where it's just happiness there. We having happiness. So, guys, the topic of the day is about diabetes. November is Diabetes Awareness Month. So we're going to talk about diabetes. We're going to jump into that for a minute. We're not going to do no workout. We're not going to do. And I got my drink. I'm ready to party in the middle of the night. All right, so we got a little dancing song. Got my music. All right. So I'm going to talk about diabetes. What is diabetes? Why are we suffering from diabetes? I'm going to give you some numbers that's stalling about diabetes. All right. So don't you know that 422 million diabetics in the world, which India tops the list. 244 million people have diabetes. 244 million. 9% of adults over 18 years suffer from diabetes. 80% of diabetes deaths occur in low and middle income countries. Type 2 diabetes account for 90% of all diabetes worldwide. So we have diabetes 1, we have diabetes 2, and then there's now a diabetes 3. And we'll talk about that. A lot of people, y'all should know about what diabetes 3 is, but we'll talk about that. All right. The total death from diabetes are predicted to rise by more than 50% in the next 10 years. It's about to rise. Let me let y'all hear that again. Total death from diabetes are predicted to rise by more than 50%. So whatever people dying now, it's gonna go up that much plus 50 more percent more that's gonna die in the next 10 years. So if a lot of people dying from diabetes now, we're gonna double almost half that and plus more. So we got 400 people that died of diabetes. Next year it's gonna be 600. The next 10 years. Okay, so it's gonna be 50% more than the last 10 years. Also, there's $376 billion of expenses on treating diabetes. They use so much money on diabetes. They got all these diabetes camps and tents, and they're doing that where there's a natural way to lose and get rid of diabetes. So I'm just giving you the numbers of what's going on with diabetes and how we can really attack it and what we need to do to really um, deal with diabetes. I also want to talk about this. Diabetes is one of the leading cause of chronic kidney disease. All right, so when we talk about diabetes, 50% of the time we really have to talk about our kidneys. All right, so when we talk about diabetes, I need y'all to wake up to really know that diabetes is on the rise, and we have to really figure out how to really stop it, and we're going to talk about that. So listen to this. So diabetes is dealing with your kidneys. Well, it's really dealing with your pancreas first. That's your insulin. But it will go to your kidneys if you don't do anything about it. So diabetes is one of the leading cause of chronic kidney disease. So if you got chronic kidney disease, majority of the time it's because you have diabetes. Um, the prevalence of end-stage kidney disease is up to 10 times higher in people with diabetes. So when we talk about when you have kidney failure, it's 10 times higher with people who have diabetes. 10 times higher. 80% of cases of end-staging kidney disease are caused by diabetes, hypertension, or the combination of both. So you either got diabetes or hypertension, high blood pressure, and 80% of the people who have diabetes and hypertension will end up having end-stage cancer, kidney disease. My bad, kidney disease. All right. Also, um, we want to know, what is kidney disease? What is kidney? All right, what is the end-stage kidney? So we got this right here. This right here is showing you kidney of different stages. This is stage one right here, when you got a full kidney, when it's 90% function. Let me turn this down. And I just want to, we're going through this, guys, so we can understand about our kidney and understand what diabetes does. All right, so we can kind of figure out what's going on. So stage one kidney is when 90% of your kidney is functioning right, not a full 100. So stage one is when 90% of your kidneys function right. Stage two is between 60 and 89% of your kidneys being function right. Stage 3A is between 45 and 50. Stage 3B is 30 to 45%. And stage 4 is 15 to 29% of your kidney functioning. So the stages is the percentage. Remember, I told you everything is dealing with numbers. Everything is dealing, you don't have a disease. It's just a number. So I'm just showing you what's the connection. So once you get diabetes, it's going to attack your kidneys and you're going to have to stop it. But the first thing is attacking is your blood sugar, your insulin. So what is that? Your blood sugar, and how you can check it, is A1C. What is your A1C number? That's going to determine if you have diabetes or pre-diabetes. Okay? So your A1C number should be less than 5.7 or lower. That's in the range of your blood sugar A1C percent should be 5.7 or below. And that means you really don't have no pre-diabetes or anything. Pre-diabetes is in the range from 5.7 to 6.4. That's a small range. It's only 0.7, 5.7 to 6.4. So when people say they got pre-diabetic, it's only a small range. So you got a small 0.7 range to be a diabetic. So don't think when they say pre-diabetic that, oh, that's just something I can wait it out. I can work on it next week or whatever. No, if you pre-diabetic, then it's a slim chance that in the next year or two, that if you don't do anything about it, you're gonna be a diabetic. So when you're getting the 6.4 A1C, that's when they're gonna label it diabetes. Even though I tell you there's no such thing as disease, it's just dis-ease in your body. It's just a dis-ease. It's not flowing with 100 and your blood pressure is not 120 over 80. It's actually pressuring a little bit more, so it's not at ease. So 6.4 and up is when they're gonna say you have diabetes, and they're gonna start giving you diabetes pills, or you're gonna start have to taking insulin shots because your blood sugar is too high, and you're going to end up getting insulin resistance where your insulin is not even pushing the sugar into your blood cell or into your blood cell. It's still in your stream. So you need insulin to open up your cells for the sugar to go in, okay? Or the blood sugar is still going to be in your bloodstream. To put it in the cells, what insulin does, your pancreas sends out insulin because you eat sugar. Let's say, for instance, you eat sugar. Your body now going to say, okay, I need that sugar to go into my cells. So I need to shoot insulin out there to the cells so I can open it. So insulin goes out there to open the cells. And then the sugar goes in the cells after you use insulin. Well, when you got too much sugar in your bloodstream, you can send so much insulin out that it's not even doing anything because you got so much sugar. It may put some in, but you don't have enough insulin to even get the rest of the sugar in. That's where now your blood sugar percent is above 6.4. Okay, so I want y'all to look at this. 5.7 to 6.4, that's pre-diabetes. Anything below 5.7 is in range. But when you get to 5.7 and then 6.4, that's the range. Look at that range. That's pre-diabetic. That's not even a whole point. That's only 0.7. So if you 0.7, so if you 6.4 and above, that's when they're going to call you a diabetic. And that's when they're going to start giving you diabetes pills. The only thing you need to do now is bring that up, bring that down. 5.7, you no longer have diabetes. The range go all the way up. Some people got 10, 12. They only range in it all the way to 10. But some people, I've just talked to a lady, she said she had 12.5 and she took CMOS and it's down to 8.4. So it's going down. Okay, so what are some of the things that we can do to deal with insulin? So the reason why we have diabetes is because our pancreas is shooting out too much insulin, and so our pancreas just working overload. How to heal your diabetes is we got to give our pancreas a rest. We have to heal our pancreas. How to do that? How to give it a rest? Because we always eating, and glucose is sugar. Okay, glucose turning to sugar, and that's when we need our insulin. So whenever you eat glucose, you're gonna need your pancreas. But the goal is if we let our pancreas rest for a couple of days, a couple of months, and don't overwork it, your body can heal itself. But if it's still working, it's not able to have no time to heal. So the goal is to get your pancreas to stop working. And how to do that? Don't eat glucose. I know you say that's easy, that's sugar, that's everything. So how you're not gonna eat glucose? Because it's very hard. A lot of people try it. Because guess what has glucose in it? Vegetables. Vegetables. Vegetables got glucose in it, a lot of glucose. So if you're eating vegetables, not saying vegetables not good for you, but vegetables not going to be good for you to make your pancreas rest. Our goal right now, when you got diabetes, is we need our pancreas to rest and not work as much. And then we need to take food in sea moss to heal our pancreas. While it's resting, it will repair itself. But if it's not resting, it can't repair itself. So our goal is to repair our pancreas so it can really rejuvenate and then have the insulin ready. Right now, our pancreas work overload. It don't have no insulin, so our blood sugar in our stream is so high that we don't shoot enough insulin to put them in our cells. So how do we, so since we know we have a pancreas problem and an insulin problem, how do we deal with that? To really get off diabetes, I know y'all gonna really, and I told y'all this, for 2 or 3 months, eat 80% of your food. If you got diabetes and you're really trying to get rid of diabetes, 80% of your food to 90% of your food need to be fruits. Fruits. To get rid of diabetes is fruit. Fruits is not glucose. Fruits is fructose. It's cellular infusion. It don't need your pancreas. It don't need insulin to put the sugar into your cells. It's cellular infusion. It automatically go into your cells automatically. It may spike your blood sugar up a little bit, but you're not going to need your insulin to put it into your cells. You're not going to need your pancreas. So your pancreas is resting. I know y'all saying, David, but it's still sugar. The goal is we ain't crowd about the sugar. We worrying about our pancreas being rest. Sugar is not the problem. It's the insulin that we don't have no insulin to put the sugar in our cells because it's glucose. If it's fructose, then we don't need our insulin. We don't need pancreas to put it in there. The goal is you're going to have to find the right fruits that is not spiking your blood sugar so high. And so I'm going to give you some remedy of how to do that. So that's called a glycose index that's going to raise your sugar up by how much GI you have in fruits. So that's the sugar in the fruits. So we're going to try to get fruits that's low in GI. We're going to try to get anything 55 and below GI that's going to be good for our body and that it's not a lot of sugar. 55 and below. Anything 55 and above is too much sugar. So let's kind of look at it. So the best fruit for diabetes, there we go here, guys. The best fruit for diabetes, you remember I said the GI, we're going to get 55 and below. That's the GI number. That's a GI number. So what are fruits that are 55 and below? We're going to look at that number. Cherries are the best one that is only 20% GI. We got, is that grapefruit? Grapefruit only got 25. Apricot got 32. Pears got 38. Apples got 39. Oranges got 40. Plums and strawberry got 40 and 41. What is that? Peaches got 42. And grapes got 53. So the grapes and the fruits are up here are good for diabetes. So I would advise you to get a bunch of these grapes, cherries, or any of these grapes, and then eat those for about 2 to 3 months to wait till your A1C go down. Watch when you do this for about 2 or 3 months, you go to the doctors. They're gonna say if your A1C is up 8%, wait to eat these fruits and wait till it go down to like 5.7, and then you'll be off diabetes. You need to take sea moss, which has 92 minerals that will heal your pancreas. So not only you're not going to eat glucose. You're not going to eat glucose. That's going to give your pancreas a rest. But you're going to need your pancreas to get healed while it's resting. And that's where you take sea moss. That's where you take stuff that's going to heal your body. That's going to give you minerals. So all the minerals, the 92 minerals from the sea moss, is going to go to your pancreas and heal your pancreas. Okay? All right, so the fruits that are not so good, y'all see that watermelon, cantaloupe, all those 72, 66, 65, 64, and 60. Remember, my goal is to try to be at 55 and below. So these are the fruits good for diabetes. Okay? All right, so we're going to eat these fruits. And I know y'all saying, well, David, why do we got to eat so much fruits? Why are we eating fruits? I don't want to eat real food. Well, guys, we got to go back to the hands of time. We're going back to the Bible. We're going back to really understanding what our body is made out of and what we are supposed to be eating and what our body is really prone to. So I like to go back to the Bible. And let's go to Genesis 1:29. Genesis 1:29 describes what we're supposed to be eating as a whole. So let's look and see what all we supposed to be eating. I'm gonna hide this bottom part so y'all count up so we'll see. So this is the African Automatic Nutrition Chart. Genesis 1:29. This is what the food that we should be eating. Genesis 1:29 says that 5% of what we should be doing should be drinking water. We should be having H2O. Another 5% should be eating herbs. Another 5%, we should be eating nuts. And another 10%, we should be eating vegetables. So we here. So 10% we eating vegetables, 5% we supposed to be eating nuts, 5% we should be eating herbs, 5% we should be drinking water. So you add that up. That's 25%. 5, 5, 5, and 10. That's 25%. Guess what the rest of the percent what we supposed to be eating? Let's take a guess. Really what we supposed to be eating. And in Genesis 1:29, we love going to the Bible. We love talking about God. But we stop talking about God in the Bible when they start giving description on what we should be following. And this is Genesis 1:29. So the last thing we should be eating, let me let y'all look at that. 75% should be fruits. H3O2. 75% should be fruits. I ain't wrote this, guys. This is from the Bible. Genesis 1:29. Please go to it if y'all don't believe me. This is what our diet should be as a Bible person. And so if this is not our diet, then we can really see why we are catching all these diseases. What is percentage of our food is fruits? I mean, if we really look at it, if this is what we're supposed to be eating, this is what God say we should be eating, just like we should be reading, we should be meditating, we should be praising God, we should be praying, we should be fasting. But why not we eating also? Why we don't at least put that on the chart? Like, okay, this is what we should be eating. This is probably why we're not eating. This is probably why we're sick. This is probably why we're eating diabetes, because we're eating too much glucose. When we should be eating 75% should be fructose. Fruits are different. God knew that if we ate a lot of glucose that we would be getting diabetes because our pancreas could not hold all of that. He didn't build our body to use our pancreas that much. He used our body to use pancreas just enough for these food, but he knew that 75% that you would need your pancreas because fruits is fructose and it automatically go into your cells automatically. You don't need insulin. Okay? So insulin is the problem. We got too much insulin, not really the food. Because what we are talking about with diabetes is that we do have sugar in our blood, but that's not the problem. It's the problem is that we don't have the insulin to put it into our cells. So we have an insulin issue. We're using too much insulin. When the insulin is in our body, it starts from the bottom. Insulin is the problem. Insulin. So when you got too much insulin in your bottom, it starts from the bottom and it comes all the way up. So first stage of diabetes, and when you start having symptoms and problems, it starts off at the bottom. It start off with your feet, start off with your toes. It start getting insulin resistance. Start working on your toes. So either you get your toes chopped off or your whole feet. Then it comes up, and then it works on your pancreas. And now you don't have enough pancreas. You don't have enough insulin. Then it goes to your kidneys. Then it bothers your kidneys. And then that causes kidney disease. Diabetes is the number one cause of kidney disease. Then it goes up and higher and goes to your heart. Diabetes is the number one cause of heart attacks and heart disease. Diabetes is the number one cause of heart attacks. It's the number one cause of cancer, kidney disease. It's the number one cause of heart attacks. Then it's going to go up, 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 up to our eyes. It's the number one cause of eye disease, cause blindness. Then it's going to go up after your eyes. It's going to go up, up to your brain. And that's called diabetes 3. And that's called Alzheimer's. Now you got the insulin in your eyes and now in your head. That's all what's doing. Insulin is going to your feet, too much insulin in your kidney, too much insulin in your heart, too much insulin in your eyes. So you have liquidy eyes, blurry eyes because it's insulin, and it's too much insulin in your brain, which causes Alzheimer's. Diabetes is the number one cause of Alzheimer's. It's a pattern, guys, and I'm just here to let you know it can be done. It can be healed. I'm telling you all these numbers, and I'm showing you the bad problems, and I know it's probably scaring people, or it's saying kind of wow, but I'm saying this because diabetes is probably one of the number one easiest thing to really get rid of if you do it right. You know, sometimes cancer is hard because you ain't know exactly if it's spread or not. Um, Heart disease is just, if it ain't caused by diabetes, it's very hard to deal with your whole blood system. But diabetes is, we already know it's just insulin, too much insulin. And we try to eat good to try to get rid of diabetes, but eating good, when you start eating vegetable, we realize that diabetes don't go down, the numbers don't go down if we become a vegetarian because it's still glucose. And that's why it's so hard for people to get rid of diabetes because they'll say, I'm gonna eat good, I'm gonna be a vegan. But that's not gonna stop diabetes. Eating good, being a vegan, being a vegetarian, it's not gonna stop diabetes because vegetable is still glucose. And you're gonna still need your insulin to get the glucose into your cells. So I don't care if you stop eating pasta and white food and all that stuff. If you still eating vegetables and you got diabetes, it's gonna cause your insulin to still be used. The goal is, what we're trying to do is get your pancreas to rest, to don't work. That's what we're trying to do. Get it to rest, don't work, and then we heal it with CMOS. That's what Dr. Sebi heals thousands of people of diabetes off fruit diet. Yah Awakening healing thousands of people off fruits and getting them off diabetes and getting them to take CMOS. So these are the things that we're going to need to heal ourselves really with diabetes. So I'm going to give y'all diabetes 1, 2, and 3. You see 1, 2, and 3. I know y'all don't kind of understand what 3 is, and it's scary. But it's promising because we thought Alzheimer's was a whole new disease. We thought Alzheimer's was a whole new disease. We don't know where it coming from. Older people are catching diabetes, Alzheimer's, and we thinking it's a whole new disease. But to find out, it's just diabetes 3. So we getting at an age where we need to understand what is Alzheimer's and what is causing Alzheimer's. Because I'm getting at an age, and my mother and all of them getting at an age that I need to know what really Alzheimer's is, because it's attacking our family, older people, and I don't care if you've been eating good. Now we need to understand why we catching this Alzheimer's and what is going on. So we got read here, diabetes 1, we know that's just your body cannot produce insulin. Diabetes 2 is when your body cannot produce enough insulin to put it into your cells. It's not producing enough insulin. Okay, so it's still you producing insulin, but it's not producing enough insulin, and your blood sugar is still over 5.7. So therefore, they're gonna call it diabetes because the insulin that you're shooting out there, your blood sugar is still high. So it's not producing enough insulin. So they're going to give you insulin shots to put the rest of the sugar into your blood. So you're gonna have to take insulin shots to get the rest of the blood sugar into your blood, in your cells. And you can't hardly see diabetes 3, type 3 diabetes. Type 3 diabetes is now being used to describe, look at that word, Alzheimer's. Let's read that one more time. Diabetes 3, or type 3 diabetes, is now being used to describe Alzheimer's due to the brain insulin resistance. General speaking, using occurring in the over the age of 65. Only thing is doing the insulin is just raising up, and it takes longer. It's starting from the bottom. That's why we catch Alzheimer's at older age, because by the time that insulin comes, it'll get in our eyes and we'll get blurry eyes. And then next it's going to our brain, and it usually take a little longer time. But now we're realizing it's just type 3 diabetes. So we really want to stop type 2, we can stop type 3. If we get rid of type 2, type 3 won't happen. Why? Because it's still dealing with insulin. It's just insulin in the brain here. This is insulin in your body is not good enough. It's not producing enough insulin in your body. Right here is meaning you got too much insulin in your brain now. And that causes Alzheimer's. So diabetes is so it's causing other disease. So when you end up getting heart disease, you thinking you got heart disease. No, it's because you have diabetes. You have kidney problem, you thinking because you got bad kidneys. No, it's because you got diabetes. You call your eyes getting watery and blind. You thinking because something you ate or because your eyes getting weak. No, it's because of diabetes. You thinking that you got Alzheimer's, you losing and you misplacing stuff, and you kind of don't remember stuff, and you thinking because you got bad memory. No, it's because you got diabetes. Dr. Sebi says it's just one disease. It's just called different names, and I'm bunching all the diseases up in one. And what is insulin? It's just inflammation, mucus. It's too much inflammation. When you pile it up, it's going to be inflammation, too much mucus. So the goal is, let's don't eat as much food that requires your pancreas to be used and your insulin. In the morning, at night, I eat one time a day. At night, I eat fruits and nuts. I don't eat no meat. I don't eat no rice. I eat fruits at night. I eat 80% fruits and I get 20% nuts. And I eat grapes. I eat all my fruits. Now I know my pancreas is resting at night. I'm only eating one time a day, so I use my insulin that one time, and that's it. My pancreas resting. You can eat fruits. I'm just saying, if you got diabetes and you want to try to get this number down, I'm not saying fruits is not, vegetables are not bad. You can eat vegetables. I'm just saying, if your number is over here in the 7 or 8 or the 10, your A1C, to bring this number down, you're going to have to stop eating insulin food or require, which is glucose. Glucose is your fuel of energy. Glucose. Fat and fruits don't require, it's not glucose. Fat is ketones. That's why I do the ketose diet, because I don't want to use my glucose fuel. Glucose is killing us. That's why I say eat fat. So you can eat fat, and then you can now turn the fat, and you don't eat glucose. Now you eat fat, which is ketones, and you'll eat the fat here, and you'll burn this. If you don't eat glucose, you're turning to ketosis, and then you'll eat ketones. You'll burn ketones. If you eat fruits, your fructose are just automatically going in your cell. The sugar would automatically go in your cells. You don't need insulin. So if you eat fruits, it'll eventually go into your cells automatically. Your pancreas go to sleep. So our goal is to try to eat fat, omega-3, fish oil, avocado, and then fruits. That'll get you your diabetes numbers down. And we getting deep into diabetes because this is really the number one thing that attack a lot of people, especially black people. We're getting on kidney dialysis. We get on a kidney machine. You get diabetes, then you be like, now I got to get on the dialysis because it's going to attack your kidney and it's going to shoot your kidneys. It's the number one, diabetes, the number one cause of kidney disease. Why? Because the insulin is attacking your kidney. What are some of the remedies to deal with your kidney? Because that, I know if you got diabetes, that's coming. And if you got kidney problems, we're going to talk about what we can do to deal with your kidneys. What are some of the things that we can use to work on our kidney while we getting this diabetes and A1C down? So first, we got to work on our sugar, blood sugar number, A1C. The goal is to bring that down. We're going to do that by eating fruits and fat. Okay. Um, and then eating sea moss, that's going to heal your kidney, your pancreas. To deal with your kidney, while it's attacking your kidney, what are some of the things you can do to protect your kidney while you're trying to deal with your pancreas? Get herbal tea. Herbal tea provides relief for the kidney. Um, Apple cider vinegar with honey, that helps with your kidney. Apple cider vinegar and honey. Olive oil juice is benefit. Increase water intake. You know, they always tell you to eat water. Cranberry juice will work good with your kidney. You got cranberry. Dandelion is also good. Dandelion tea is also good for your kidney. Parsley juice are good for your kidney. Consume low potassium food. Potassium is not good when you're dealing with your kidney. Your potassium need to be low. So if you got kidney problems, don't eat bananas while you dealing with your kidney. You don't see bananas on my list. I don't even see bananas on here. So even on my list, I don't have bananas because I got too much potassium. And we're trying to get this is diabetic diet. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead. So I'm gonna talk about other things about for your kidneys also, guys. We're gonna heal each other, guys. I'm on here. Um, I'm no longer on at Planet Fitness, but I'm here healing. I've been here for 5-6 years on here, and we're about healing. I want y'all to be able to tell us and be able to spread this out to the other people, because this is not getting out. This is not mainstream knowledge. I'm coming here to teach the people, to set the people free from, and we're killing these health giants. As I say, I'm David the Giant Slayer. We're going to kill this health giant. It's only one disease. There's only one giant. Once you kill that giant, once you kill that Goliath, you free. Once you know how that devil is coming at you, once you know how that health Goliath is coming at you, you can stop it. And it's only one disease, mucus. We're trying to stop anything that got inflammation. Insulin causes inflammation. All of that. So we're trying to stop inflammation. What are some of the 12 plant-based food for your kidneys? While you got diabetes and while your insulin is attacking your kidneys, this is what I want you to do while you're getting your A1C down. While you're eating fruits, I also want you to eat dandelion green, red bell pepper, red bell pepper, parsley, burdock root, cucumbers, garlic and onions, apples, celery, berries, and beetroots. Okay, y'all got that? What are some of the things that we can do that are powerful that's gonna get your kidney to still be running good? I told you apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is real good for all healing. It has an antioxidant. It has citric oxide that helps the kidney stones and flush the toxin out of your kidney. That's what apple cider vinegar do. It flushes out all the toxin. Lemon juice. Lemon bring natural acid, lower the risk of stones formatting in your kidneys. Dandelion tea. Man, dandelion tea is always on here. It's good to is a great toxin that helps to cleanse and promote kidney function. Green smoothies, spinach, celery, healthy for the kidneys, and basil juice. Basil is a potent that remove kidney stone and increase um, your health. Okay, so these are the things that we can do to heal ourselves from diabetes. It's diabetes month. It's November. I know everybody know somebody who has diabetes. We have to get on this train. And the reason why I'm attacking diabetes is because this is probably the number one thing that you can get rid of. I'm talking hard on this to show you it's a pattern that if you don't stop your numbers, these are the things that's going to happen. Like it's just symptoms from too much insulin in your body. It's not, let's don't call it a disease. Let's don't call it no disease. Let's just look at it what it is. Don't call it diabetes. Let's look at it what it is. We end up having too much insulin in our body and it causing problems in our body when we have too much insulin in our body. The goal is now let's reduce the insulin and what is causing us to use insulin. Glucose. When you put glucose in your mouth, when you eat stuff with glucose, that's white food, that's sugar, that's salt, that's vegetables, When you eat glucose, you now, your pancreas now say, okay, that's glucose. I'm gonna have to break that down. So I'm gonna have to send insulin. So once it get break down, I'm gonna have to put it in its cells. It can't glucose. It's just in your bloodstream. The sugar's in your bloodstream, and it's just gone in your bloodstream. But it need to go in your cells. But it's in your bloodstream. So your A1C is sky high. So now your insulin shoots out. Your pancreas shoots the insulin, and it opens the cells, and the sugar go in it. Boom, boom. But you do that constantly over and over, and you eating too much sugar. It ain't your pancreas. They shoot out so much. Now it's tired. Now it's weak. Now it's damaged. Now you have diabetes because it's then stopped functioning as well. Now you need insulin shots to really push that more the sugar into your cells. What's up, Carlette? And a lot of people suffer from this. Carlette, everybody. I mean, it's not even a size. It's not anything. It's really understanding what's going on. I know how some people say, "Well, I'm healthy. Well, I'm not. I'm watching my weight." It's not a weight thing. I've seen a lot of skinny people that have diabetes. I've seen a lot of fat, big people that don't have diabetes, and the A1C is good. What we got to realize, each organ has a function, and so now we have to look and see which organ is is having a problem. So we have to look at our heart, look at that as a function, our lungs, breathing function. Our pancreas sends out insulin to get the sugar out of the bloodstream. That's the job. And the only thing it is that our pancreas is not producing insulin to get the sugar out of our bloodstream. It's not really a disease. It's just now if we understand, okay, if I don't want to use my insulin, then therefore I need to stop eating the glucose, which cause insulin to come out. I wouldn't need my insulin if I didn't eat glucose. Insulin only comes because you ask it to come, and glucose makes it comes. Okay, so now once we learn that, now we have to understand, okay, it's not all the food, so I ain't even got to eat. But if I eat and that's all I'm eating is glucose, and I only eat one time a day, or I eat two times, I eat small portion. But if it's still glucose, then I can still have diabetes because other parts might be working. You might be healthy over here. Your lungs, you can smell, you can breathe good, and you can run good. But it's not a body problem. It's an organ problem, and it's your pancreas. And now we need to attack that pancreas. And what is it doing? And so I just want to talk about diabetes because a lot of people deals with it, and we don't really know how to deal with it. Is the doctor's gonna just tell you, hey, you know, they gonna tell you to take this insulin shot, and they gonna when the number go up high, they're gonna give you more insulin doses, and when they go lower, they're gonna give you less insulin doses. They're not trying to heal you because you're gonna still need it if you're still eating glucose. They're not trying. I don't know nobody where the doctors say, look, take this and then watch, you ain't gonna have to take it no more. No, it's gonna be what you do. The doctors ain't trying to take you off of it. So if you asking and looking for the doctors to take you off something that they put you on, you looking for the wrong person. You just not skyrocket their money up a lot. So now if you be on their payroll for the rest of your life, they making a lot of money. It's gonna be you. It's gonna be you understanding what's the concept of what's going on. I know it takes a lot to understand that how in the world fruits, which is supposed to be sugar, is a main thing that gonna heal us. It's because they've been tricking us. You're gonna find out the things they've been telling us not to do is gonna be the thing we should be doing. We should be doing. And that's why I'm not getting caught up in the media and all that stuff. I'm going out here and learning this thing from the Eastern world. I'm learning this from China, I'm learning this from Africa. And that's why I'm going back to this African Automatic National Nutritional Chart. If you use our American chart, it's going to tell you to eat some dairy, some meat, and all that stuff. I don't see neither one of them on this right here. I don't see dairy. I don't see meat. I don't see none of that. And guess what causes diabetes? Meat, dairy, and carbohydrate, all the sugar. I ain't see none of that on here. Pasta. All the thing that cause diabetes, it's not on here. And it's on our American diet chart. So we eat according to what America say eat. 50% of us will catch diabetes. But if we eat what's on here, 100% of us won't have diabetes. So which one would you follow? Which one, just like we follow things and we follow things, but then follow God, but then still follow America on certain things. Like we know the TV is not good for us. We know that it shows all this stuff and crime and all that stuff, but we'll say we won't have to do it, but we can watch it. But then when you watch it enough, you're gonna end up doing it. But we know it's bad, so we still can refrain from it. We pray and ask God to keep us away from that. But just like social media and all that stuff, when they show us the food that we should be eating, that's the same way. All that is society. They want us to be sick. They showing us the crime so we can get crime rate up. They showing us bad food so we can be in the hospital. But what God say? Genesis 1:29. What God say? We can't be godly on just on the spirit world and then say we're going to church, but then on our health, wealth, and happiness, we don't know what God say about those three. We so behind in our wealth. We ain't know what God say about wealth, because if we did, we would have been there. So we behind God, and it ain't God's fault for us not being wealthy. It's our disobedience for us not being wealthy, because God say he make us healthy, wealthy, and happy. He brings all that. When you got full of God in you, you will have all of that. And if not, then we need to continue searching. If we're not healthy, then God is right there around the corner. We're probably just at the wrong door. We probably thinking God is this and God is really this. So the same way how we tell people where they've been doing stuff, and then if they turn their way and then do what God say do, then they find out their life is so much better. It's no different than the food. Let's turn from our wicked ways. It ain't, and I believe in the 80-20 rule, because I ain't got to be so strict on this. I ain't really, we just 80%, let's eat this. The other 20%, we can cheat. But 80%, guys, let's try to eat fruits. And I ain't care what fruits you eat, a bunch of it. It ain't about, oh, I'm gonna eat in moderation. No, eat all the fruits you can, because that's gonna get rid of diabetes. And we're just dealing with diabetes. This is November, and a lot of people is dealing with diabetics, and we don't know what's going to be next. But there's stages of diabetes, and it's there. It's automatically, the doctors know what the stages are, and they don't even stop. I see they cutting people's feet off. I see they getting on kidney machines. They're billing them. They ain't trying to stop it. They're billing them. They're billing like 5 of them in something. They got 10 of them in Colombia. I'm talking about billing, and that's why they know. They already predicting that 50% more people gonna die in the next 10 years because of diabetes, because they know our diet. They can predict how many people going to have diabetes because of our diet. They can know how many kids going to jail by second grade on knowing their reading levels. These people are advanced. Like, they're like, okay, let's build about 20 more prisons because this is where they're reading at on second grade level. This is how many people are going to end up going to jail. And we're going to need these men in prison for them because they're going to not drop out of school because they know their second grade level is low. And they just read it like that. They can know how many people are going to have diabetes in the next 10 years because if those people, if we continue eating the way we're eating, we're going to get too much glucose. We're going to end up getting diabetes. Our A1C number is going to go above that. They're going to give us the insulin pills and diabetes pills, and that's just going to raise it, just maintain it, but it's going to raise up. And then they're going to have to first your feet, your kidney, your lungs, your heart, your eyes, and your Alzheimer's. And I hate to say it like that. I just want y'all to know how serious it is, but I also want you to know that it's curable, very curable. I'm not at Planet Fitness anymore, but I'm going to be here. I'm going to open up a store where we're going to be able to get the herbs and everything that we need. 2025, we're going to be a healing company. We're going to be a healing vessel. We're going to do it the right way. As I say, I'm David the Giant Slayer. We're going to slay these giants. I'm just getting enough time to really get myself together. A lot of things have been coming at me. My mother was sick. People coming at me thinking stuff is Silver Spoon is causing bad things, but God is revealing that nothing bad happened here. That he's going to reveal that when you do good things will come to you. That when people try to do bad things, it won't succeed. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. And he did not say it won't form. People will come at you. People will try to attack you and attack whatever. But God will prevail and show you that we're number one. That we're going to continue doing this the way we've been doing it. And we're going to continue growing in God's name. And we're going to continue healing each other. I'm online. What happened? Hello? And we're going to be able to join and be able to do this. Who's all on here? Please read my chat message. You on my okay, what? All right, who's this? Please read my private chat to you on my solution for diabetes. Thanks for the research here. Okay, yeah, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. God will send the truth out. God will give the truth. I ain't got to even attack. God will show the truth. God will show the truth. And that's why I don't have no worries. I can go to sleep. Why? Because I know my heart is clean. I know my heart is intention to love and help people. I stopped Planet Fitness so I can give more time to even help more people. I did my 1 year, and God had it 1 year that I've been at Planet Fitness. And I did my duty, and I did great. Now I need to go to the next level. I need to create a store. I need to get people healthy. I don't need to just talk about it. I need to be about it. I need to bring happiness, health, wealth, and happiness. Silver Spoon is going to always be happiness. God told me this. He said, this is happiness. My health is personal training, the health. I'm working with the health. My wealth is going to be real estate and helping people with their business. And my happiness is going to be Silver Spoon. I just had a repass here. I have repass. I give it for free. Nobody can tear my name down when I give to the community. Nobody. Not when I'm doing it from my heart. And I'm doing it from my heart. I'm giving these people, I don't care if they're good or bad. I don't judge that. But for the people that come in here and they know I give it for their heart and they come in and say thank you, God is seeing that. And no weapon formed against me will prosper. And I'm smiling on this. Why? Because when you got God on your side, and when you didn't fight so many Goliath, and he made you victorious, you only get stronger and stronger, and you go after God's own heart. A lot of people don't realize that you just making it better for David to be after God's own heart, because he see so many enemies, but he see so many blessings. Let's continue being blessings. Let's continue being like David. And let's help these kids. Let's help each other. Let's help bring happiness to our life. Because all of the stress going on, that's the number one reason why we got disease. When we stressing and worrying about things and worrying about who's going to win this election or not, I'm online still talking to my people. Why? Because I'm going to be okay regardless who's in office. I'm going to still be on here every Tuesday. I'm still going to open up my business, even whoever in office. I'm still going to be talking about health, wealth, and happiness. While people worrying about who's going to be there, control the things you can. Have the wisdom to know the difference. Okay? If you can't control it, why worry about it? I'm here in South Carolina. I could have voted 10,000 times. Guess what? South Carolina still is red. But I do have this mayor in here that's running for mayor for Sumter, and Trayvon Adams. And if he win, if he even get close to winning, at least I had an impact in that. And at least I fought a good fight. And he's a young guy, and no matter who win, I'm going to back whoever up. It's just that you need to be in the fight sometime. Don't be on the sideline complaining and just talking about people who's trying. If you're on the sideline and ain't doing nothing, be quiet, because we want to hear your voice. Your voice don't have nothing to do. If you're not helping these kids and not helping people getting healthy, wealthy, and bringing happiness, stay on the sideline. Just watch, okay? And I love y'all. I love y'all. My mother's good. My mother's seeing me and called saying I'm her baby. I'm on cloud nine now. Ain't nothing can stop me. And so continue on. We're going to just get in this. And thank y'all for now. And we're going to end with this. And I gotta smoke one to the face. It's a party going on. All the pretty ladies come around the way. Can't wait till I get there. Just understand, we here enjoying life. Until next time. Until next time. Let's continue praising God and having a good time. Music is universal language to all things. As long as it brings happiness, I'm good. And let's enjoy life. Don't forget November the 9th, man. Let's be there for the kids. War cry. War cry. November the 9th on the corner Atlantic and Manning Avenue in the field. We're going to have a skit to show these kids about gang violence and all the stuff. We're going to try to stop the gang violence, and we're going to do it 1 month at a time, one person at a time. We had the young boy who got ran over. The other little boy that got ran over. There were 4 boys that got ran over. 2 of them got killed. One of the boys was in here talking to me about an hour ago. And he told me, I said, man, you doing good to be, he broke his foot. They ran over his foot. And I said, man, you cheer up. I mean, you see him upbeat. He said, as a 12-year-old, he was a 12-year-old. He's the one that survived. His last name Johnson. I'm not going to give you his first name. But he said, Yeah, outside I'm doing good. He said, but inside, he said I'm torn to pieces. I had to see my cousin and my friend got killed, and I had to watch it. I had to look at it. He said, but inside, I'm torn to pieces. And I gave him my car and I told him, I said, if you need anything, you're 12 years old going through that. If you need anything, if you need whatever to help out, I'll be there. I gave him my car. I said, look, if you need anything, just know that I'm here. Because when a person sees stuff, it can change them. Regardless of what I'm talking about, change them, whatever. Like when I saw stuff, I ain't even had to do nothing wrong. But what I saw out there in the streets, that changed me. I don't want to go back there. And that's why I'm fighting for these kids, because I know they don't want to see what I saw. And if they did, like that little boy did, I know what he's going through. So I'm here for him. Because I don't wish that on nobody. I don't wish that on nobody, seeing a person dying of a gunshot wound or hit by a car. We got to pray for our kids. And he able to see this at 12 and 15 and all the stuff. We it's us. We as adults fighting each other when we need to be teaming up with each other and looking at the positive people and all positive people together, instead of positive people knocking down other positive people and we hating and all that stuff. No, let's learn how to, it's bigger than us. Let's use our positive energy and and learn to share and be with each other, and so we can do this to help these kids. That's the only way we're going to be able to stop these kids. When we blame the kids, no, it's us as adults acting like kids. Just know I love y'all, and I love whoever don't love me. I love you too, and whoever love me, I love you even more. Okay, and that's what God does. That's what David did. All right, so see y'all again. And I will look at your notes about diabetes, and next week we're gonna talk about diabetes too. I just need y'all to understand what's going on. It's just your insulin. It's your pancreas. Let's get it rest. Let's let it sit for about 2 to 3 months. If you really take this serious, 90 days you can be off diabetes easy if you take it serious. If you eat a fruit diet and eat sea moss, you'll be off diabetes. Thank y'all again. Till next time. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Silver spoon. Love y'all.